Thank you. Still ahead, you still looking for a nanny? We've got some insider tips on how to find the best person for your family. Stay with us.
Traffic and weather. Fox 7 News Edge in the morning.
All right, welcome back. It is 8:18 there now on this. Is that right? 8:18? Yeah. 8:18 now on this Tuesday morning. LeVar is leaving the studio. Good job, LeVar, our kid caster. He did great. He looked really good too. He gave me a nice wave. Okay, so we're talking about being a nanny. Yesterday we had two nannies on our air talking about what it's like to be a nanny, and now we have Rebecca D'Amico, who is the president for Placement Specialist Nannies from the Heart. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for being with us.
Thank you.
We thought this was an interesting topic. A lot of moms and dads out there looking for nannies, looking for the right nannies, and a lot of times you hear about these nanny horror stories, and every parent wants to avoid that, right? And this is something that, in the course of your job and your work, this is something that you found, that you had kids, you wanted to go back, and you just didn't get the warm fuzzies, did you?
No, I didn't. When I was looking for a nanny myself, I had been a nanny for 6 years and really wanted, I was looking for what I was, but I was now a mom. So ended up buying an agency and really jumping in and meeting moms.
So I'll do it myself.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do this myself. And I met with families in their homes and have been meeting them for 6 years and enjoy it very much. It's very intimate.
So what do you think is key when you're looking for a nanny? What's the #1 thing?
Do they click? Do they feel good? You want to feel good when you have that person in your home. You want to look for things that they value. Their discipline, how they discipline, and their references are key. Screening is very, very important. So.
And when you go through an agency, obviously, that takes the work out of it because the agency does a lot of that for you.
We do that, all the front work, and it's important that the coordinator that you're working with really knows what they're doing, that they've been around the block, so to speak.
And it's important that you communicate too with that person, whether it is the coordinator or whether it's actually the potential employee, what you want in your family, because then they know on their side what they can accommodate, right?
Right, making a list, knowing what you have to have, what you really need, and then what is optional. Knowing your budget, and then poking around, looking around and seeing what's out there, and calling an agency and just talking to a coordinator. It doesn't cost a dime.
What are some mistakes that we make when looking for a nanny? What do you think?
Being in a hurry. That's the #1 problem. If somebody is in a hurry and they're looking for a nanny, it will 9 times out of 10 go bad.
Really?
Yes.
And it won't last very long.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And that's where the agency comes back in as support.
When you say take your time, how long?
I would say 4 to 6 weeks. That's pretty much the average right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you talk about price and cost, and that's one thing I think some parents think, oh, I don't know if I can afford a nanny, but is it something that they work with you on? Or?
Yes, they can. I actually run the agency, and I'm the one that's the coordinator, so I kind of call the shots.
Okay.
And if I have a family that's in need of making payments, I will do
So it's on an individual basis, correct? We're looking at full screen here, some questions that you need to ask the agency or ask the nanny candidate. Give me some questions that you want to throw out there to the candidates.
What are the 3 things you value most?
In life?
In life. Yeah, it gives you a good idea. What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Why would you leave a family? Because you want to know if they're going to leave a family, what would their reasons be? Would it be a family illness? Would it be a job change for their husband? And it kind of gives you an insight.
One of the gals we had on yesterday, she said the biggest challenge for her in her experience was discipline. So is that something that maybe you want to bring up in an interview? Like, okay, if I feel this way as a mother, are you going to feel the same way, and are you going to try and override me and give them popsicles when I said no? Right?
And that's key in talking to their previous references. It's really important to know when you talk to other moms that they've worked for, you get a really good sense of how they discipline. Many nannies, it's just across the board, really respect the family's discipline methods.
Yeah, I would think that talking to other mothers is probably huge.
It's very huge, yes.
Because we're a little group in and of ourselves. Hey, Rebecca, thanks so much for being with us.
Very welcome.
Appreciate it. If you want more information about nannies, you can always give her a call over there. Nannies from the Heart, and they'd be happy to help you out with anything. Still ahead in our next half hour, fighting heart disease. It takes time and it takes money. Find out how you can do your part by playing golf this week. Joe's going to fill us in on that.